Check out these cool new Mac games released in April 2020. If you don't know who I am yet, my name's John, who helps cover Mac gaming content on Mr. MacWright's channel. Number 10 is Hinterhalt 3. Hinterhalt 3 is an incredibly stylized shooter set in a fictional conflict between nations of toy armies. Remember those green plastic army figures as kids? Here you get to play one and blast other toys to bits. In a fun twist, the battlefields are also everyday locations. A bedroom, an office, or a store take the place of your usual fighting spots. This one is single player only, but it doesn't detract from the explosive and fast-paced gameplay. 4 different game modes and 20 different maps keep the action exciting. I especially like the Commander mode, which completely changes how you play, and the Zombie mode, which throws increasingly fierce waves of undead at you. Will you run out of ammo or zombies first? Who knows? Hinterhalt 3 is an excellent choice for gamers interested in a quirky indie shooter that offers something very different than your regular FPS game. The low price makes it an easy pickup without hurting your wallet. Hinterhalt 3 is available on Steam and should run on most Macs. Please note, while this is listed as 32-bit on Steam, this is false and the game is compatible with the latest macOS operating systems. Number 9, we have Fort Triumph. Fort Triumph is an ambitious title that combines turn-based combat with world exploration. Inspired by the likes of XCOM and Heroes of Might and Magic, you have to lead a squad of heroes through procedurally generated maps. While turn-based tactical games are nothing new, Fort Triumph's focus on physics to gain advantages makes it stick out. You could blast a tree with a spell to make it fall over and crush an enemy, kick a boulder to stun a foe, or tackle an enemy through a wall for a surprise attack. The striking and colorful visuals help bring the action to life, along with an excellent soundtrack. Outside of combat, you can build your base, level up your characters, and explore to find new events and locations. A story and skirmish mode is available to play through, and the ability to choose different factions and classes along with the procedurally generated maps allow for replayability. Fort Triumph is a good option for gamers who enjoy fantasy tactics, or anyone who finds dropping trees and rocks onto your enemies' heads amusing. Fort Triumph is available on Steam and should run on Macs released since 2012 with a 2GB or better graphics card. Number 8 is Receiver 2. Receiver 2 is the long-awaited sequel to Receiver, which released all the way back in 2013. Wolfire Games' uniquely themed titles seem to always do something different. In Receiver 2, you will find yourself controlling every single aspect of your gun. No just pressing R to reload here, Receiver will teach you how to load, unload, clear jams, operate safeties, and more. Each function requires a precise key or mouse movement. It's a little tricky up front, but once you get the hang of it, Receiver 2 feels fantastic. A mysterious story sets your character in to explore dark and creepy buildings full of robots. Just watch out, one bullet and you're dead. In your favor, however, is that every mechanical foe can also be defeated with a single well-placed shot. Stealth and accuracy will be your keys to victory. Master your firearms and see how far you can go to advance the surreal storyline. Receiver 2 is a good option for gun enthusiasts or anyone who enjoys narrative simulations. Receiver 2 is available on Steam and should run on all Macs released since 2012. Number 7, we have Beyond Blue. Beyond Blue is a deep-sea adventure game set in the near future. Explore the mystery and wonder of the ocean through the eyes of an explorer and scientist. As you swim around, you will encounter a variety of sea life, which you can scan to learn more about them and progress the narrative. During your expedition, you can also manage your submarine and make challenging decisions. Fun fact, the developers of the game consulted a variety of aquatic experts and marine biologists so they could craft an authentic experience that reflects the wonders that inhabit our oceans. Beyond Blue is a great choice for players who want a relaxing adventure where they can also learn fascinating details about ocean life. Beyond Blue is available on the Mac App Store for Apple Arcade subscribers and should run on most Macs released since 2012. Number 6 is Disco Elysium. Like its strange title, Disco Elysium is an equally weird RPG that offers something like never before. An open-world RPG with unprecedented freedom, you take on the role of a detective with a unique skill system. You can be any kind of detective you want, including a bad one. 24 wildly different skills shape your character, as well as different outfits, tools, and even thoughts influencing your actions and abilities. Will you solve the town's crimes and help people, or will you take bribes, punch people in the face, and turn into a disaster of a human being? Disco Elysium lets you try it all, and you may even succeed. The excellent dialogue system enables you to achieve your goals, evil or well-intended. You can also have a heart attack by punching a mailbox and have to start over. You never really know where the game's bizarre narrative and systems will take you, and that's half the fun. Disco Elysium is an excellent choice for anyone who enjoys open-ended RPGs, or those who always wanted to be a detective. While this game was released on PC late last year, the Mac version was released this April. Disco Elysium is available on Steam or the Mac App Store. Note: currently the game is best played on a 2017 or newer Mac. The developer is currently working on performance patches for older machines. Number 5, we have King of the Streets. King of the Streets is a nostalgic 2D fighting game that is inspired by classic arcade action of the 80s and 90s. Aiming to combine elements from all of them into one retro package, King of the Streets is a quirky indie fighter based on real-world locations and people in New Zealand. The pre-rendered graphics lend that old-school arcade look and feel. At the same time, the thumping hip-hop soundtrack will accompany the sounds of your fists as you beat up and unlock a range of characters. King of the Streets is available on Steam and should run on all Macs. Number 4 is 112 Operator. 112 Operator is an emergency operator simulation. Manage rescue services in cities across the globe as you help citizens through riots, crime, terror attacks, natural disasters, and more. Challenging situations will be further complicated by adverse weather and traffic. Day and night cycles, seasonal changes, and other realistic factors will change how you respond and assist. You may find yourself instructing someone on CPR, dealing with a prankster, or listening to a chilling murder story. It's up to you how to respond to callers and what rescue or security forces to dispatch to handle each situation. A campaign and free game mode allow you to play open-ended or a structured story experience. 112 Operator is available on Steam and should run on all Macs. Number 3, we have In Other Waters. In Other Waters is an atmospheric adventure game wherein you play as an artificial intelligence. Your goal is to guide a stranded xenobiologist through a mysterious alien ocean. Navigate fear and wonder as you build a relationship with the scientist and strive to keep them safe. Plan expeditions, catalog alien life, and unravel the secrets waiting for you. A compelling narrative and unique user interface pull you into the gameplay, while the sound effects and music help create the foreign atmosphere. In Other Waters is a good title for players wanting a non-violent sci-fi adventure with satisfying exploration and an interesting storyline. In Other Waters is available on Steam and should run on all Macs. Number 2 is Broken Lines. Broken Lines is a turn-based strategy game set in an alternate World War II. Crash-landed behind enemy lines in Eastern Europe, your squad must fight their way back home. With no intel or leadership to guide them, teamwork and strategy become vital to success. The combat takes an unusual approach by only allowing soldiers to move when the action phase starts. When extra enemies and obstacles appear, the game pauses and lets you make new plans. The mental strain of war factors into the story as a variety of encounters and choices lead to different endings. You'll have to work hard to keep your squad's morale high, while also impacting the people and the region around you. Broken Lines is a solid option for gamers who enjoy turn-based tactics that also force you to make difficult decisions along the way. Broken Lines is available on Steam and should run on Macs released since 2012 with a 2GB or better graphics card. Number 1, we have Iratus, Lord of the Dead. Iratus, Lord of the Dead is a turn-based roguelike inspired by the likes of Darkest Dungeon. No copycat here, Iratus brings its own flavor and fun to the table. As a master necromancer, your ability to command the dead is vast. You may craft 18 different minions to create a variety of combat groups. You might focus on physical damage, stress attacks to drive your foes insane, or even summoning reinforcements. Iratus himself is also able to cast many different spells, buffing your own units or directly damaging the enemy. Huge level maps let you choose your own path, offering up different rewards and combat encounters. As your army grows, so does the power of the enemy. Watch out for the unique abilities of the humans on the later floors. As a roguelike, Iratus offers replayability through extensive minion customization as well as several different skill trees for Iratus himself. No two playthroughs are alike, letting you play in many different ways. Iratus Lord of the Dead is available on Steam and should run on most Macs. Here are a few bonus mentions. Startup Company. Build your own website and set up offices to compete with tech giants in this business simulation sandbox. Pattern. Enjoy this artful walking simulator that lets you explore an endless procedurally generated world. Rover Wars. Battle for Mars in this casual indie MOBA that lets you command armies of robots and manage resources. What was your favorite game released this month? Let us know in the comments. April 2020 was a great time for Mac gamers. A lot of fun titles were released, providing exciting new moments for players. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to stay up to date with Mac gaming.